Good afternoon, everybody, and happy Friday, Junior. It's Thursday, and I am here catching up with the Tolberts. I'm Chelsea Whittington, and it's my favorite time. I have missed these two, my two amigos. Let's just say that. Welcome,
Yes.
attorneys Tolbert, Michael, and Shalise. I'm going to kick off our segment with welcome back to the States. Where you been, Shalise?
We did a little vacay in Barcelona.
You see this mark?
You ran with the
I
Bulls?
ran with the Bulls.
Yeah.
Ouch!
Yeah.
A little hoof. A hoof got me. Do
There's
they
some
have
bull here, but it's not the running with. But I'm so glad to hear that you all got a chance to get some R&R because we know you all work a lot. You win cases for your clients and do things in the community. So, Michael, give us a little snapshot of what Barcelona was like outside of running with the Bulls.
Well, first we have to give a shout out to UNCF because that was the only reason why we were able to take that trip because we actually went to a UNCF gala about 2 years ago and we bidded on a vacation package.
Okay.
So we bought that vacation, the Barcelona trip, through UNCF, and we just figured we party with a purpose. So we bought the vacation package, and at the same time, those donations go to kids' scholarships. So we were able to enjoy a beautiful trip to Barcelona while at the same time supporting scholarships. So
Nice.
Barcelona, Spain, we had never been to Europe, so that was our first time traveling there. And it
How
was
long was the flight?
Oh, it was like 10 hours?
8.5 hours, 9 hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was just a beautiful time. It didn't seem like it. When you're traveling with the one you love,
Oh.
it's like time just flies.
Okay.
So I was
Especially
able
when
to
you sleep
spend-
during the flight.
Okay, that helps too. Just sleep.
That too. That helps too. Yeah, but we got a chance. I love just getting away because, Shalise and the firm, we do so many things around the clock, and sometimes you lose sight of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And for all professionals, you need to take a little bit of time off because you're no good to anybody if you're worn down and not able to focus. So
I'm listening.
this just gives us a time to recharge and be able to refocus our efforts for our clients.
I love it. And what was one of your favorite attractions?
You know what? I think that it was just the matter of the property we stayed on was just beautiful. It was relaxing. It was peaceful. So I didn't have any specific favorite attraction, but I did make an effort to try to get to that Picasso museum, which was good. I love museums.
Oh, wow. Picasso.
Yes.
Nice.
Very nice.
So I know you all did something nerdy. So what did you do that was nerdy?
Well, whenever we go out of the country, this is just my nerd thing to do. We always try to find like the courthouse. I don't know what it is about that, but I know last year when we did our anniversary trip, in Boston and Martha's Vineyard too. We found I think the first courthouse in Martha's Vineyard.
Nice.
And we did the same thing when we went to Barcelona. So we found a courthouse in Barcelona, and we took a very nice picture of that courthouse, as well as Shalise, myself, and Candace was on the trip as well. So we took a firm picture, which stay tuned. We'll give that to you for the newsletter.
For the newsletter.
Nice.
I love it. Now, and I tease when I say nerdy because, again, it is history. You all are history buffs, and it's a nod to your profession. So I am glad you're back, though. I did miss you both. You're just looking at you. You're so tan. Anyway,
That's right.
we will move along. Another one of my favorite areas of what Tolbert does, of course, is give back to the community. And coming up this weekend, the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated will be hosting their annual scholarship golf outing. Talk about the deets.
Well, Brother Flozell Hawkins does a fantastic job every year putting together a flagship golf outing for the Gary Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi. So this year I'm looking forward to playing in it. And we're also sponsoring a hole. And you still have time out there if you want to sponsor. If you want to golf, you still have a little bit of time. If you want to sponsor a hole, you still have time as well.
Okay.
But the proceeds go to scholarships. And it goes as a vehicle to our Henry E. Bennett Scholarship Foundation.
Okay.
So it's just a wonderful time. And again, partnering with the purpose. You're doing something in fun, but at the same time, you're helping students. So this will be a great golf outing. I don't play very well, but the only thing that gives me a little bit of solace is that I'm helping kids.
That's right. I don't play at all, so don't feel bad. Do you golf?
Yeah, golf is good.
I have clubs and shoes.
Okay.
And pretty pink golf balls in lavender that support breast cancer.
Oh, she had to make sure When she said pink, then it was breast cancer. Got it? Because I was about to say
I wasn't
pink.
even thinking about that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just making sure you were covered on camera here. But you have a whole sorority coming after you. But no, it is so great to hear that golf outing continues. It's been a long time making an impact, and glad to know that the firm is on board once again, supporting. So speaking of the firm, there's a word around town that you all just closed on a successful case. Shalise, you and Counselor Candace.
Yes, so we were involved, one of our clients involved in a matter where a person was suing our client as being a responsible party for her accident and not maintaining the area where the accident occurred. So along with Candace wrote a wonderful brief and got us dismissed from the case.
All right, Candace and Shalise, way to take charge. And I always like to take the time to highlight any major cases, one, because as we talked on the last program about what we are seeking to do as we expand your visibility, and again, folks knowing that we have a great law firm right here in Gary, Indiana, led by these two illustrious counselors. So now I know we are back at the HR table.
We are.
And we're hiring over here at Tolbert & Tolbert, one of the best firms to work for in the world. Yes. What are you hiring for these days?
We're looking for a paralegal, and in weeks to come, as we grow, we're going to be looking for a second associate.
Oh, wow.
So be on the lookout. Another attorney to add so Candace can have a brother or sister.
Okay, to the family.
We've been looking for that for a long time because Candace has been a solo for a while now, and it's just time to really add and grow, expand our bandwidth here at the firm. And it makes it a lot easier for the lawyers as well. The more lawyers you have, the more minds you have to bounce off cases and strategy. And it also eases the workload. So we're all about doing that and making sure that everyone has a great experience, a work experience here.
Yes. Now, with that associate role, is there a special discipline in case there's an attorney watching that says, ooh, what kind of attorney?
Well, still, civil litigation is what we do.
Okay.
So that consists of personal injury, insurance defense, as we were just talking about, one of the cases that we got a favorable outcome on, municipal work. So it's all civil litigation.
Okay. Get your resumes updated, counselors out there, and we will be announcing that information soon. So when you talk about expansion, that's the perfect segue because your most recent podcast talked about 7 ways to get rich. Expansion is probably one of them, but talk to me about that episode, and then we'll talk about how we can find it and, of course, follow it.
So one of the things that we wanted to do with the Married People's Business podcast is to really offer really good practical tips to couples and folks that are in relationships about not only personal growth, but financial growth. So Shalise came up with the great idea of kind of sharing maybe some of our tips that we've used over the years to eliminate debt and to help us grow financially.
Okay.
And we don't have any like concrete tips that are just like earth shattering. A lot of it is very simple.
Yes.
But what I found is the simpler the better in terms of people following it. So we just gave 7 good tips on how to save, and a lot of it is stuff that maybe people don't necessarily think about. Like one of the tips that we talked about was just talking about our finances when we work out. Because we work out every morning, even though I skipped this morning. She worked out this morning. But normally we work out every morning, and you would be amazed at how many problems financially that you can solve with your spouse or your mate whenever you're working out with them or taking a long walk. We talk about so many things during our walks and when we work out, and we've made major financial decisions during workouts a lot of times.
Like people do on the golf course.
Yeah, exactly.
Workout.
It's the same. That's a great analogy.
Yeah,
I like it. But I will add that there are some couples where that is taboo. It's like because we haven't talked through finances, some things are left unknown or overlooked, and then they're asking you for a referral for a divorce attorney because of money. Because I think it's money first, then infidelity.
Yeah,
divorce
that's right.
rates.
Divorce
It's
rates,
money
it is,
first.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely addressed that in the podcast.
It sure
Okay.
was a step.
Okay.
Yeah. So check out that podcast.
Where can we find it, Shalise?
Married People's Business on YouTube. You can see the video, or you can listen to it anywhere you find podcasts, such as Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. And,
they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
And we'll make sure that we put the link to it in your newsletter that will be coming out the first of next week. I am so excited. So it's summertime. What is summertime like at the firm, Michael? Does it slow down in legal, or does it speed up? They're laughing at me. I guess not. What is it like?
You know, I would say in terms of industry, timing, the busier part of the year for us is probably at the beginning of the year through the summer.
Okay.
And that's typically why we usually take our vacations at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the UNCF vacation package, it was actually a block time. That was the only time that we could take the Barcelona trip.
Okay.
Normally, we would do it in December because nothing happens for lawyers in December.
Okay.
But any other time other than December is very, very busy. And the summer is mid-year, so people are usually trying to get cases pushed and trying to get legal matters brought to court because they want them done before the year is out.
Okay.
So it's a busy time for us. It's a very busy time for us in the summertime.
Well, I just learned something. They stay busy, and we want you to help them stay busy. So it's time for us to give the whole spiel. Shalise has already talked about the type of law that you do, but now you have to tell them how to find you, and it's time to retain these amazing attorneys. Shalise?
Well, you can always find our website at www.
Girl 6. The Girl 6 voice.
I can't. Amber's like, what?
That voice is just, go ahead, say it again. It's so floaty.
No, that floaty.
It's so floaty.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do it. Go ahead, Shalise. It's never a dull moment catching up with the Tolberts. How do we find you?
Tolbertlegal.com.
Tolbertlegal.com. I'm your
She's a
translator. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to leave you alone. Go ahead.
You can also, they're right here on 10th and Broadway, 11th and Broadway.
1085 Broadway,
Yes.
Sweet Bee and Gary. We are on Instagram, Tolbert Legal. We are on Facebook, Tolbert at Tolbert. And then we are on LinkedIn and Twitter. Yes. So
follow.
I tried to get back there, but I couldn't.
Yeah, this one is we just keep you lifted. That's what we do.
You know.
But we love catching up with the Tolberts, and we have a special announcement coming in July, a big unveiling. So we just ask that you continue to follow all of the platforms, subscribe to the newsletter, share the posts, and any final parting legal words that you want to share, Michael, before we get out of here?
What I want to do is to thank the viewers out there, because we've been getting, since we've started this, we've been getting a lot of referrals and a lot of calls, and it's primarily catching up with the Tolberts that has really done that. Because we always ask people, how did you hear about us, and how did you get to our firm? And it's usually from Google, and it's catching up with the Tolberts. So I want to just thank God for you, people that are watching. Thank you, and keep the referrals coming. We really appreciate it.
Well, I thank both of you for your time today, and I ask everybody who's watching to share this video so everybody can catch up with the Tolberts. I'm Chelsea Whittington. I've been your host, Catching Up with the Tolberts. We will see you next time.
Bye.